He needs to learn his lesson. And learning it in prison for life, forever, yes, I'm okay with that.
Making an example of a man who drove high and killed a father, only to do it all over again. This is a case our 8 News Now investigators broke 2 years ago. A driver sent to prison for driving impaired and killing a man, only to get out and kill a second person the same way.
8 News Now investigator David Charnes broke this story and was the only reporter in the courtroom, David, learning how much time the offender will spend behind bars.
Well, Brian, Denise, prosecutors want to use Prentice Bates as an example of what happens when you drive impaired and you kill somebody. We told you how he killed a husband and father more than a decade ago and he served his time. And we also told you that he told the parole board he got no help while he was behind bars. And then we told you he drove impaired and killed yet another husband and father. Question is, will this sentence of life with the possibility of parole after 10 years change him in any way?
This man will do his time and get out and get to see his family. We won't get to see my husband no more.
That husband and father, 40-year-old DeMar Sims, was sitting in a parked car when Prentice Bates drove high and crashed into him.
My brother was at work and he never returned home to his family.
As the 8 News Now investigators first reported in 2022, Sims would not be Bates's first victim. In 2012, Bates, driving high and on the wrong side of the road, crashed into 58-year-old Jim Burchett, killing him.
He learned absolutely nothing from that case. Absolutely nothing.
Bates served 8 years in that first fatal DUI, with the parole board granting him release. During this parole hearing, a board member noted Bates was never in substance misuse treatment while in custody.
And in your criminal history, a lot of repetitive drug and alcohol offenses.
Now before a judge in his second fatal DUI case, Bates reiterated that sentiment.
I need help too, you know. I never, even though y'all got time, but they never ever offered me no type of help. They just set me down and then just kicked me back out.
As the 8 News Now investigators first reported, while Bates was out between his 2 fatal DUIs, he picked up yet another DUI. The DMV did not process his license revocation for 3 months until 6 days after he had killed his second victim.
Your behavior consistently poses a threat to the members of our community and obviously caused a death again in this community.
To me, it wasn't a mistake because this man was on these drugs, got in his car and knew what he was doing.
We saw the judge there sticking with the guilty plea. Bates agreed to a lifetime with the possibility of parole. The same parole board that granted him parole after 8 years last time he killed somebody will see him after 10 years this time. I'm David Charnes, 8 News Now.
David, thank you for that. Our 8 News Now investigators previously reported on lags within the DMV that led to Bates keeping his physical license, leading to his ability to rent a car and claim the life of a second victim. We have a link to that story on our website at 8newsnow.com and inside our app.